Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Grief to Grace. My name is Delwana, and I am your grief coach. Yeah, your girl finally finished our program, and she is a certified grief coach. I'm excited. So, today I want to talk to you about a subject that is very near and dear to my heart. It's called When You Didn't Get to Say Goodbye. Not being able to say goodbye to your loved one can leave a hole in your heart. I know I didn't get to say goodbye to my mom or to my dad. And for the longest, it left a void in my heart. It left me with a lot of feelings of regret. It left me with feelings of anger. It left me with feelings of numbness, unfinished conversations, questions. It just left me disarrayed. So today I want to give you some tips on how you can get through not saying goodbye to your loved one. And I want to tell you how you can say goodbye even though they're not physically here. So the first thing I want you to do, I want you to acknowledge your pain without judgment. We often judge our pain and feel like guilty for hurting. Let's put it like that, like guilty for hurting. Have you ever felt guilty because you hurt so bad or because you missed someone so much that was an important part of your life? That's normal. Anger after losing a loved one is normal. It's normal. I was mad at everybody, God included. Like nobody was excluded from my anger when I lost my parents, when I lost my mom especially. So I also experienced numbness. It got to the point where nothing really mattered anymore. Nothing, nobody mattered. It's like I was just existing. So the first thing you want to do is validate your pain and your feelings. It's okay to have those feelings, to have that pain. Remind yourself that you did what you could with what you knew at that time. I had to remind myself of that a couple of times. I did the best that I could with what I knew at that moment. And anything else, there's nothing I could have done about it. So, I want to give you a journaling prompt right quick. If you were offering confident advice to a friend that was feeling the way you feel, what would you tell them? So, if you are giving advice to your friend on them dealing with not being able to say goodbye to their loved one, what advice would you give them? Write it down. And then 6 months later, revisit it and see if your answer has changed or if it's the same. So that's what I do with a lot of my journaling. I fill it out, answer my question or whatever. And then I go back a couple of months, weeks, and I reread it to see if I still feel that way or if I'm still struggling with that area of my life. Okay? So, I want you to do this. Something else you can do to say your goodbye. Create a symbolic goodbye ritual. When goodbye can't be done physically, it can be done spiritually or symbolically. So, since I didn't get to say goodbye to neither one of my parents, I did a spiritual goodbye. I wrote a letter to them, letting them know how much I missed them, and I explained how I felt with them departing and leaving the way they did. And I burned mine in the fire afterwards. So you can do what you want with yours. It doesn't matter. It's all about releasing. So you can light a candle, read your letter out loud, and release it into a fire or a stream or the wind or whatever you feel you want to do with your letter. I burned mine. It allowed me to release those emotions that I had piled up for so long and bottled up for so long, because I'm not one to really open up to people about my emotions. So if you get that side of me, you're lucky, because that's just not me. So I wrote my letters to my parents. I let them know how their passing affected me. Like, pour yourself out in your letter to them. Don't be afraid. Like, let it out, because that's the only way you're going to get through this. You can visit a place that's meaningful to them and speak your goodbye there. So if you and your husband met at a certain place, you can go back to that place and speak your goodbye there. Or if you and your spouse enjoyed the beach, you can go and say your goodbye there. You can say your goodbye anywhere. Anywhere that makes you feel comfortable, and anywhere that you feel holds a bond for you and that person. You can create a small altar or a shadow box. I created a shadow box this weekend for my mom. So I had been cut everything out with my Cricut, and I just never put it together. And so this weekend, despite all the things I was dealing with, I decided to take time to put it together. And now I just have to find a spot for it in my home. So you could create a memory box with different things that they liked or scents that they enjoyed or whatever. It's up to you. Third, I want you to speak to them anyway. I talk to my mama. I don't care. I don't know if she hears me. I talk to my dad. I don't know if he hears me. But I carry on our bond like they still here. That may sound crazy to some people, but I don't believe when a person passes away that your bond is broken with them, because they are a part of you and you are a part of them. So I still talk to my mom from time to time. Girl, you wouldn't believe what your child did. Or, I let her know, like, this is what I'm dealing with. And I don't know which course of action to take. I need guidance. And I ask them to guide me. I tell them, look, I need y'all guidance on this, because if I handle this the way I feel like handling it, it's not going to go well. And in my life, in my journey right now, I'm really trying to just turn over a new leaf and just be excited about life again. Regardless of what happens or happened, I want to be excited about life again. So talk to your loved one, whether it be in your head, in your journal, out loud. Talk to them. See if you get a response from them. Ask them to guide you and lead you. Okay? The fourth thing I want you to do is express your goodbye creatively. If you like to draw or sketch or paint or listen to music or craft or whatever it is you like to do, that can be an outlet to express your goodbye. My outlet for expressing my goodbye was to write a letter to my parents, to write a poem to my parents. I allowed myself to pour out everything I felt in that moment. And in the end, I birthed forth a poem. It's a goodbye poem. But it helped me. So write a song. Hey, write a poem. Whatever it is, express yourself creatively. You can record a short video of you saying goodbye. You can. It's like, y'all, there's no limit to how you can do this. Okay. Number 5 is you can seek. I can't talk. Spiritual closure in your own way. So if you're spiritual, you can pray and ask for peace or a sign that they heard you. I ask my parents for signs all the time. Let me know y'all around here. And then in the middle of the night when I hear stuff in my house, I'm like, okay, what's that? Because I'm in the bedroom. Why is stuff falling over in the kitchen? You ask for a sign. So yes, you can you can pray and ask for peace or a sign that they heard you. So don't be afraid to ask. Hey, look, let me know that you heard me. Give me peace in this situation. Give me peace knowing that you left, knowing that I love you, knowing that I cared for you. Consider working with a grief counselor or a spiritual leader to guide you through your personal farewell. So that is also something you can do. You can speak to your spiritual leader and let them guide you into how you can say goodbye or say your farewell to your loved one. So don't be afraid to reach out to counselors. Don't be afraid to reach out to coaches. Don't be afraid to reach out to family members or anyone that can help you on your journey. Some people find comfort in guided meditations. They imagine reuniting with their loved one in a heavenly place. I remember when my mom first passed, I did have a dream a couple of months or a couple of years after her passing that I actually visited her in heaven, and that poem is included in my journal. If you don't have it, Pathways to Peace. It's available on Amazon. I included that poem because it really touched my heart. It really just did something for me. It helped me along my way. So yeah, having a visual of you meeting them and being able to say goodbye can actually help. So make sure you're prepared for that if you want to use that method to help you say your goodbye. Just make sure mentally you're prepared for that. Talk to someone who can hold space for you. Like I tell people all the time, there's nothing wrong with counseling. Counseling is a great tool to help you in your journey through grief because it's a journey. It doesn't go away overnight. It doesn't go away after a month. It doesn't go away after a year sometimes. It's a journey. And it's a journey that you should take your time with. No one should force you to get through it. No one should force you to get over it. It's a journey. You should take your time. Okay? Say out loud what you wish had happened. Say out loud what you wish had happened. What do you wish had happened? How do you wish things would have went? I wish I would have had the opportunity to visit my mother more, to actually be in the room next to her, to talk to her, to express to her how much I loved her and I still needed her. I wish I would have had the opportunity to just hold my dad one last time and just tell him Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for loving me when I didn't love me. Thank you for being my best friend. And so much more. I would have so much more to just say to both of them. Join a support group like Grief to Grace on Facebook. Hey, join us on Facebook. We on Facebook and we're growing. We on Facebook. So join a support group. Whether it be a social media post group, support group, or if you find one in your local community. Those are also great things and places that encourage you because you're surrounded by people that's also dealing with the thing that you're dealing with. So they're able to give their story and how they made it through certain circumstances and situations in their journey. So it's good when you can surround yourself by people that understand versus people that's pushing you to get over it. Okay? So redirect. Surround yourself around people that understand your journey. Not people that are going to force you to get past it and get over it. You can reframe your goodbye. So there's so many ways that you can say goodbye to your loved one. Whether it be through spiritual form, a symbolic form. There's so many ways. It doesn't always happen with words. Sometimes goodbyes happen a different way. A goodbye could be that last thing that you did for your loved one. A goodbye could be that last morning kiss that you gave them before you left or before they left. Goodbye could be the last meal that you cooked for them or the last text that you sent. I remember, I think I got my goodbye from my mom through a text message. And it didn't dawn on me really until I took my grief counseling, grief coaching class. That's when it really dawned on me that, okay, maybe that was a goodbye, but it wasn't a goodbye I wanted. That text message was not a text message. That text message haunted me for years. It did. It haunted me for years. But that was my goodbye. That was her way of telling me goodbye. And I didn't even know it. Sometimes your goodbye takes place months, weeks, years before a person passes away. It doesn't always take place in the moment when they're in the hospital or in that moment when they're really close to passing away. Some goodbyes happen and we don't even know it. How many times have we seen a person and the next day we find out they're gone? And you're like, I just was talking to them yesterday. They were actually saying goodbye to you and you didn't even know it. They didn't know it. So some goodbyes don't always happen the way that we expect them or want them to. Sometimes they come in differently. So I always let the ones that are close to you know that you love them, you care for them, you're there for them. Support them. Listen. Be gentle with regret. Yes, I said it. Be gentle with regret. Sometimes unspoken goodbyes brings about a lot of what ifs. And it does. I had a lot of what ifs around my parents passing because I dealt with a lot of regret. A lot of regret. Holding on to regret can deepen your wound and it will. Holding on to regret will deepen the wound. It will make it worse. It will make it hard to deal with everyday life. It will push you into a corner that you may not even be able to work your way back out of. It'll push you into depression. Write a letter from your loved one to you. So I'm going to write a letter from my mom to me. What would my mom say to me? If I could hear from her right now, what would she say to me? I think I got an idea. She would tell me to pick up the pieces of my life and move forward. She would tell me to be the best version of myself that I can be. And to be strong. Don't let things and people...
Good morning. Baseball great Roberto Clemente
Hold
was born
on.
on this day in...
I'm sorry about that, y'all. I forgot I had a set to go off like that. As you can see, I'm recording this early in the morning. So she sends me a fun fact or something every morning. But anyway, if I could speak to my mama, she could tell me anything. She would tell me to move on with my life. To stop letting this grief weigh me down. To enjoy every moment that I have with my family. And to continue to trust that I am able to make the best decisions for myself, by myself, if I need to. If my dad were here, he would tell me to love myself a lot more, believe in myself a lot more, to trust God, and that God knows what's best for me at all times. So yeah, write a letter from them to you. Will they talk to you about forgiveness? You gotta forgive yourself. I had to forgive myself for decisions I made, for overworking the entire time my mom was in the hospital. That's what I did. I overworked. I worked. I kept myself busy because I didn't want to think about what she may have been going through. I didn't want to think about the isolation she was in. I didn't want to think about her passing away. I didn't want my brain on any of that. So I internalized. I held in a bunch of my feelings. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't journal about anything. I just wrapped myself in this bubble of it's gonna be okay. And it wasn't okay. And when everything finally happened and she passed away and we got the call, it ate me up on the inside. It really did. It literally drove me to a place of depression that I didn't know if I could ever come up out of it. I was disappointed. I was angry. I was everything. I was numb. I was dealing with so much at that time. I had relationship problems. Then I had lost my mom. And it seemed like my world just came crashing down all at once. And it drove me into a place that I never thought I would climb myself back out of. So let me remind you not to let grief do that to you. Talk to someone. Open up to someone. Write that letter. Go to counseling. Join a grief group. I want you to reflect on the love that you had with that person. Reflect on the times that you shared together. Reflect on the love that you had for one another. Reflect on the good times. I look back a lot and you'll catch me in the middle of the day. Sometimes I just smile at myself because I remember something my mom or my dad said to me. Or I remember a time that we spent together. And it makes me smile. It makes me proud that I had them as my parents, that I learned so much from them. I learned so much from them. Just thinking about it, just right now, like I'm just, oh my God, I'm going to make it through this. Regardless of what I go through, I'm going to make it through this. Because I have my parents guiding me. Honor them by living. Honor them by living, by accomplishing your goals, by reaching for your dreams, by going out and enjoying life. That's what my mama would want me to do. That's what my dad would want me to do. They would want me to keep living. Taking all the love and lessons and advice that they gave me and bringing it forth into this world. They would want me to spread the love and joy that they gave to me to others. You can do something in honor of your loved one. You can plant a tree, plant a flower, or whatever it is that you want to do in honor of your loved one. Keep their name alive in conversations. I'm not afraid to bring up my mom. I'm not afraid to bring up my dad. I'm not afraid to bring up my sister or my grandmother or my aunt or my uncle. I say their names in conversations. I talk about them constantly. Our grandmama and Mona would tell us this. Our grandmama and Pa would say that. Our grandmama and Uncle Russell did this, So bring their name up. Don't be afraid to mention them. Keep their memory alive by celebrating their favorite holiday in a new way. My mom loved Christmas. Christmas was one of her things. That was also one of my favorite holidays. I love Christmas time. I love the lights. I love the music. I just love it. But I don't celebrate it the way I used to since my parents have passed. Because like I told y'all in previous videos, I don't know if you know, one of my parents passed before Christmas. The other one passed after Christmas. Within like a 2-year span of each other. And Christmas for the past 4 or 5 years just hasn't been my thing. But this year, I think I'm going to turn that around. This year, I think I'm going to enjoy Christmas a lot better and more than I have in the past. Okay? So, yeah, Christmas, I'm coming for you. I want you to remember that not saying goodbye doesn't mean that your connection is lost. It means your relationship has transformed into a space of memory, love, and spiritual presence. So, relationships, just like physical relationships, transform over time, or they should. So does your relationship with someone when they do pass away. The physical is no longer here, but the spiritual person is still here. The memories is still here. The love is still here. You can always say your goodbye in your own way, on your own time. There's no need to rush it. There's no need to rush your goodbye. It could come whenever you feel you're ready. Don't let anyone rush you. Don't let anything rush you. Don't feel it's something you have to do right away. Take your time with it. Take your time with your goodbye. So I want to read to you the poem that I wrote. I hope you like it. And if this video resonated with you, I want you to give it a big fat thumbs up for me. Leave me a comment. I love to hear your story. And subscribe to my channel. Also, if you're looking for a journal, Pathways to Peace on Amazon, I'll put the link in the description. Great, great, great journal to help you on your journey. It's going to get all those emotions up out of you. Yeah, all of them. You're going to cry a lot. But you can also laugh a lot. So, here's my poem. Oh, it's called The Goodbye I Never Spoke. I didn't get to hold your hand or whisper all I meant to say. No final hug, no parting glance. You quietly slipped away. I carry words still on my lips, 1,000 thoughts left on my chest. But deep inside, I know somehow you heard the love I never guessed. I thought there'd be another time, a softer end, a slower close. But life can be a thief like that. It comes and nobody knows. Oh, it comes and goes, nobody knows. I'm sorry. Messed my poem up. So now I light this little flame, a symbol of the love we shared. I close my eyes and speak to you, just hoping you are somewhere near. This is the goodbye I never spoke, the hug I didn't get to give. But every breath I take from here will honor how you used to live. You live in stories that I tell and dreams that drift into the night. And although you're gone from me, from where I stand, your love still wraps me in the light. I'm messing my poem all up. So here's my heart, no shame, no fear, just sorry, laced with graceful grace. I didn't say goodbye before, but I still feel your warm embrace. I hope you enjoyed that. Even though I messed it up a little bit, I will include it in my group. So if you're in the Grief to Grace group, I will create something nice and pretty. And I'm going to put it in the group for you to look at, read, print if you want to, or whatever. So if you enjoyed my video, like I said, give it a big fat thumbs up. I hope you're having a great day on this beautiful Monday. Sorry for the delay. Your girl has been dealing with life, okay? And life has been lifing. But as always, this too shall pass. So I'm going to keep going because I got a feeling something great is around the corner for me. So I'm not going to let anything or anyone get me down or rush me through my journey. Until next time, peace.